to go in? Swimmies! Come on, swimmies! Swims! Don't worry about that dog, it's about a mile away. Swimmies! Come on. No? I mean, usually you want to swim. You don't want swims? No? Let's go then. So tonight we are on a creepy night walk. I think I was mentioning this the other day, that through a forest is kind of fine. You've got lots of space, but to see around. But forest is pretty creepy. It gets pretty creepy. It gets pretty creepy in the forest. There's usually no one ever through here. Occasionally there'll be somebody by the cafe. Obviously you gotta keep turning around to make it even more creepy. There's a slight fog going, but mostly we're good. Yeah, on a night walk again with the dog, trying the horizontal stream this time instead of vertical. One of the creepiest things about this forest here actually is the birds, like I think fighting each other in the trees or flapping. Yeah, always creeps me out a little bit. Gotta pretend that I'm not worried at all for Coco. Nothing to worry about, just nature, and hopefully no humans. But it is, without this light it is quite dark, so do a quick one of these. This is what I usually walk around in, to be fair, around here. Just this red light. I quite like the red light because it just means that then if there is somebody else in here with a red light, with a light, then I can see them coming from far away, put Coco on the lead, and then I have full control. But yeah, what is nice about occasionally you do get some strange people walking through here without a light on. Not strange people, usually they're quite nice, but I would never imagine walking through here without a light on, just because like if someone else has a dog or something like that and they're walking it, good, someone else has a dog, it just feels a little bit silly to me to not have a light on. Just go for the bridge. This is like the perfect spot for a zombie apocalypse. You get stuck on the bridge and then they're running from either side at you. There we go. Some water there. Here we go. This is actually quite a nice view in the day. Sea water. That's the bank. There's Coco. Hey, look, Cocos. Yeah. This is it. I think there's something creepy about this little arch as well that I don't like. I don't know. So many spots for someone to watch. Anyway, let's hope that's not happening. So yeah, not tomorrow, but at the weekend, I am going to Northumberland to Kielder Forest, which is a really, really cool forest, quite similar to Cannock Chase near me, but much, much bigger. I did a gravel event there last year in April. It is there every year in April, and it's called the Dirty Reaver. I think you get the choice of, I think, a 60k, a 130k, and a 200-kilometre ride. When I say K, I mean kilometre. But actually something like a gold standard dark sky in the UK. It's like one of the darkest places in the UK and one of the best places in the UK to go and see stars. But even though I booked this for Christmas, I've got slightly unlucky because currently, I don't know if you can see nothing. I'm not sure whether you can see anything anyway with this camera, but sometimes it does pick up the stars. There has been cloudy skies all week, and it looks like there's going to continue to be cloudy skies until kind of like next week. And there's also going to be a bit of snow potentially, and it's a 4.5-hour drive up there from where I am, but main roads should be like pretty good. They're well gritted, lots of people drive on them all the time, so should hopefully be pretty good. So I'm just hoping that even though it says that it's going to be cloudy the whole entire time, I'm just hoping that there will at least be a small break in the clouds that we'll be able to see the stars, but I don't know. I'm holding out hope because that's all I've got. It's fake. Can I hear a dog? Might be in here, might not be. We'll find out. Yeah, I'm just hoping, glimmer of hope, that there will be some clear sky so that we can see it. But apparently the indoor guided projector thing is like really good anyway, and even if it's not supposed to rain, so going to cycle around, hopefully cycle around the lake near Kielder Castle on Saturday, and then on Sunday visit Hadrian's Wall, which I've never actually been to. Not really ever visited much of Scotland. I mean, we'll be on the England side of the wall, but there's actually some really cool ruins up there that I didn't realise until I checked on Google. But so it'll still be a fun weekend, even if the main event of seeing stars is kind of impossible. I made a right boo-boo today. I was making a coffee at home. I mean, I would switch this onto my face, but this is literally what you can see. Just me in the dark. So, yeah, I was making a coffee, and recently with the beans that I have at the moment, was this like got something on it? Don't know. Anyway, yeah, and recently when I've been making coffee, because I usually just have a double espresso, but recently when I've been making a coffee with these certain beans that I have, I've been doing it with milk as well to practice my milk frothing. And I did think that I've read a few times that the Gaggia Classic doesn't have the steam power, or like people find it difficult with the standard steam power on the Gaggia Classic, because I've got a 2007 one, which is pre-Philips, pre-Evo, so it's got the brass components, and I did upgrade to a brass boiler, and I thought it was like super powerful and I had no issues. But the part that I seem to be struggling with is I do the stretching of the milk, then I submerge the tip very slightly, and it's like swirling, it's like whirlpooling, but then it gets to a point where there's a little animal or something over there. It gets to a point where it's whirlpooling, and then it starts like foam starts appearing at the top, even though it doesn't sound like I'm stretching. I've submerged the tip, and I think it could be because the whirlpool's slowing down. And I've done it a few times where it's just about integrated, the foam on the microphone's just about integrated back in, but it still looks a little bit foamy. But most of the time there's like a foam layer on top, and it hasn't integrated in with like most of the milk. So when I do the pour, sometimes, you know, it still looks really good, but it just looks a little bit foamy. It doesn't look like that silky milky, as Lance Hedrick says, or like silky, like glossy paint. It doesn't really look like that on top, and I think that could be an issue. That could be like one of the reasons why my latte art is struggling. One of the reasons, obviously not the only reason, one of the main reasons being that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. This way. I say that, I've watched quite a few videos, I just can't get it right yet, and I haven't been doing it for very long, but I think Lance Hedrick and a few others actually do have a few videos on steaming with the Gaggia Classic. So I think Coffee Kev has one, Lance Hedrick's got another, so I need to just look at those videos and then just have a go at steaming based on that. But yeah, that's my coffee. I made a massive boo-boo, like I was saying. I was like, oh, it's not going in, so I put the jug down. The steam valve was still open, and it like exploded milk absolutely everywhere. I didn't think to pick it back up. Instead, I just tried to close the steam valve as quickly as possible, but it made a right mess. And luckily, I captured it, so I can put that in the next video that I edit together. So I wasn't sure whether I was going to do another one of these lives, but I think it's really good for me because it allows me to be able to create a little bit, but also have like a little bit of transition in between editing these other videos. I've never really edited a lifestyle video before, and it's quite different from the Gaggia Restore stuff. The Gaggia Restore stuff, I started, you know, there's quite an obvious with there's almost not a whole load of creativity there. But then when you look at lifestyle content and things like that, you've got to be a lot more creative. A little bit, but there's no sense. So I think I'm being a bit of a perfectionist with it. I have created a timeline of clips, and there's like a big bit of me chatting and stuff, but it gets to like 17 minutes, which is kind of where I'm just going through like morning, and then there's a small voice. You've got to keep it up, and definitely when it comes to like the spring and the summer, and I'm cycling with the club more again, I'm hoping that I'm sure that motivation will come back, and then I'll think, why didn't I? Find it really, really hard. I was finding it so easy last year. I was seeing everybody else like way stronger than me, and me wanting to keep up and get better and stronger, and then now that I just haven't seen anybody in ages, I'm just finding it really difficult to actually get back on the wagon. I think I probably just need to go out with everybody and see how much they destroy me, and then maybe that will kick me back into gear. But it's always on Saturdays, and like I said, I'm going to Northumberland this Saturday, so not gonna happen this Saturday. It's also great being like quite fit or working on it quite regularly, because then it also means that, like, I've got one friend who is just ridiculously fit all the time, and I'd say we were like close in cycling fitness levels last year. However, now he will just absolutely blow me out of the park, and it's just a lot nicer being on a similar fitness level to him, because every time I met up with him, it meant that we could do similar things. I didn't feel like I was holding him back, he didn't feel like he was holding me back, and we could just have like a good time. I wasn't getting absolutely nailed and destroyed by the time I got back, and then neither was he, so they like worked really well. But if I went out with them now, I would be absolutely destroyed and I would be out of it probably for the next few days, and I wouldn't even be able to keep up, I imagine. So you gotta think of those things when I get up in the mornings. I just find it really hard. Maybe I should start listening to David Goggins in the morning. I think I did start doing something like that before the other day. I'm just going to take this on. Last time I got that DJI mic bit wet, it stopped working, so not going to risk it. What am I going to do with this then? Attach this to here. I think I can connect this now. Yeah, it should be connected now. Cuckoo! Boobon! Boobon! Hello. No, you're so cute. Oh, you are so cute. Let's go then. You've had a good walk, haven't you? Getting over here, I think, if I shut that. Is that a good idea? Probably not a good idea. That was the reason why I was shoving it in, was so that it didn't get wet. What I think I'll do here is just switch to the iPhone microphone instead. Probably be a little bit windy, but otherwise it's quite difficult in the rain. You can get little lav mic things, can't you, that you attach to you. I think you can even plug them into a DJI Mic 2, and they're waterproof. So probably need something like that if I wanted good audio in the rain. But it's not too late, it's kind of stopped now. It's a nice tree. But yeah, those are the struggles. It's getting lighter though. I think the other day I said that it was getting dark at about 3:30 p.m, like 3:30 p.m. But actually, I think it's getting dark more like 4:30 p.m. now. So it is getting lighter later, which is nicer. But I won't be able to do this walk. I won't be able to do evening walks in for quite a while now. Nearly over now, so if you tuned in, thanks for tuning in. If you're listening to the playback, thanks for listening in. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more creepy walks. It's not just walks though. Like, yeah, hopefully you'll see what I'm trying to do with the next video, but going to try and get up in the morning, do a cycle. Might do it live then. I should probably do it live. Maybe that'll hold me accountable. Anyway, see you soon. Bye bye.